with our director, which he affirmed that we should apply.
I didn't take interest in it at first. I thought government, all these forms they are filling, no one is actually paying.
But once the money came in, I was so happy.
It was 30,000 for each teacher, and it went a long way for the teachers.
I want to thank the federal government for having us in mind concerning this survival fund initiative.
Drop your weapons. Friends, you are youths, and it is your responsibility to encourage development. Welcome development in your community. Let us embrace peace. What is life without peace? Can a man say it is well when he lacks the optimism of an abode to come? Rivers State, that has been besmirched with all manner of names, was not intended by God for this. Friends, enough. Stop the kidnapping. Stop the violence. Drop your weapons.
We shall tell the elders and the people of rivers that the boys have complied. They have embraced peace. Let's go,
Social media is like a big notice board in the marketplace. What you put on it, everybody will see.
One major definition of integrity is that you should do the right thing even if nobody is looking at you.
At what point do we as a people stand still and say, no, we no longer want money to become that thing that determines who we choose as leaders?
We are 50% of the population, and I really feel that it would make a lot of difference, a big boost to our development if there were more women participation.
Yes, today the world is celebrating women. You know, those unique creatures that make the world a better place. And it comes with an interesting theme, choose to challenge. As such, Panorama this afternoon will prioritize a place of women in nation building. Welcome, I'm Ruth Aguilera. International Women's Day is a global event instituted to celebrate the social, economic, cultural and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating women's equality as well as highlighting the problems women face in day-to-day life and in the professional environment. In this special report, Basi Ipang takes a look at the 2021 celebration in the face of COVID-19 pandemic.
International Women's Day is traced back to 1909, with the first gathering in 1911, supported by over 1 million women. Since then, it has been celebrated world over to help forge a gender-equal world.
Collectively, we can all help create a peaceful society devoid of violence and promote the economic growth of our women.
Let every woman lift another woman up. It's not about how many women are in position, but how many women all of us individually and collectively can lift up, especially the women in the rural areas.
This year's theme, Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World, highlights the challenges posed by the pandemic in day-to-day activities of women.
What is the narrative for women in Nigeria? Because the women in Nigeria will lead and blaze the trail for Africa and for the world. And here I'm saying this because it is not often that you will get so many women at the helm of affairs that are Nigerian.
The theme also urges everyone to recognize the leadership skills and potentials of women towards moving the world closer to gender equality. And for Nigerian women, it was time to celebrate one of their own who is leading the global business world.
The first female, the first African to head the WTO. A daughter of the sun in the person of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. We'll continue to celebrate you too.
Gender advocates say increasing visibility is key while fighting inequality in the society. The campaign theme, #I chose to challenge, comes with a question: how will you help to forge a gender equal world? Basi Ipang, NTAi News.
Well, the euphoria of March 8 of every year, they set aside to celebrate women, is still very much in the air. And this year's celebration provides an ample opportunity to reflect on how President Muhammadu Buhari honors the women folk. Here is a checklist of the women in the present administration as outlined in a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina.
The global celebration of International Women's Day highlights the economic, social and political advances made by women and girls all over the world, recognizing the critical role of women in governance structures, security and peace-building efforts, as well as in all aspects of life. President Muhammadu Buhari, since inception, has given priority to women participation in his government. At the moment, there are 7 women ministers holding sensitive ministries and working assiduously towards socio-economic development of Nigeria. Women remain a galvanizing force and continue to provide support for the men in all areas of development. The economy of Nigeria that is receiving such a boost now is headed by a woman Zainab Ahmed, who combines finance with budget and national planning. The head of the civil service of the Federation, Folashade Yemieson, is leading the engine room of governance, supported by many women, special advisors, and senior special assistants and special assistants in the presidency. The president did Nigerian women proud, addressing the challenges threatening the efforts to promote the empowerment of women, gender equality, and balance in all aspects of national life. This is manifest in the large number of women chief executives heading various organizations and agencies of government. Even though the 8th of March is the day set aside by the United Nations for this celebration, every nation is enjoined globally to observe the day and draw a locally relevant theme from the main international theme. The international theme for 2020 is Choose to Challenge.
And part of events listed out to commemorate this year's International Women's Day are religious activities to appreciate and seek the blessings of the Almighty on behalf of Nigerian women and the nation. The Minister of Women Affairs, flanked by other women, were at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Maitama, to thank God for the journey so far. Let's hear more from Omsode Mendeti.
Despite the pandemic and many challenges faced by women the world over, these ones have been spared. To witness yet another Women's Day, a privilege worth celebrating. The women were supported by the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma. While enumerating and counting their many blessings and divine interventions in turbulent times, the women are now more determined to see that the 50-50 place of a woman in every sphere of life becomes a reality.
Working with the parties' constitutional review committees to amend the constitution so that we can have more women to participate effectively in the next coming election.
For this year, the women are considering their role in leadership and zero tolerance to discrimination. In Abuja, Momso Damien Lati, NTAi News.
All right, thanks, Momso, for that. And we have someone in the studio who will, expand the discourse for us as we celebrate this beautiful day for women. I call it beautiful because every woman out there is beautiful in her own right. Please make welcome another beautiful woman seated here with me, Augusta Yako. She's a lawyer, gender advocate, and rights activist. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here today.
And happy Women's Day.
Yeah, happy Women's Day to you too.
Okay, so we know the COVID-19 pandemic came with a lot of changes, and the theme for this year, it's quite interesting. A challenge world is an alert world, and when there is challenges, there is bound to be changes. Choose to challenge. Hashtag choose to challenge. What does it say to you?
Well, for me, the struggle for women's rights to be able to balance the power between the rights of men and the rights of women. International Women's Day, it's actually just a day to remind us. This is a struggle that we've had for so many years. So today is just to remind us that we have to, challenge gender bias, remind us of gender equality, and also to support efforts that have been made so far to, create more awareness on the issues that are affecting women. So choose to challenge today. We just have the option to pick one and call for more allies to help project the cause of women.
All right, and if we must, before a woman becomes a woman, it starts from the foundation. She's a girl first. Yes. She's a child, then a girl, What would you say, regarding the girl child today, if we want to look at education of the girl child, if we want to look at creating that balance, that equality, and making sure they have their rights to education?
Okay, so for the issues affecting the girl child today, I think it's even beyond education. Efforts have been made so far to, encourage more girls to go to school, but we still have so many underlying issues. We have child labor, and you find mostly young girls between 5 to 14 are still out there on the streets when they would rather be in school. We still have cases of female genital mutilation, even though it's illegal now, but I think, some people or some communities in Nigeria. And we still have issues of gender-based violence, sexual and gender-based violence, which even the girl child is affected. And, with the pandemic that even came upon us, the COVID-19, we saw what happened last year. There was a high rise in rape cases and molestation and sexual assault. So the girl child is faced with all of this, and I know the COVID-19 is still here, and these challenges are still out there facing the girl child. So if we need to actually do more, speak more about it, take more action to come to the plight of the girls, because today they are girls, tomorrow they will be women. So if we don't do something about it, then all the efforts we've made all these years will just crash. So I think that apart from educating the girl child, we also need allies, because women are doing what they can, but it's not enough. We need the men to come in as allies also to help us to, defeat these challenges that we have. So
definitely, Augusta Yaku. And I'm going to still leave you right here with me in the studio. It's our day, but more women's talk when we come back after this break.
The counsel of our fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Thanks for being there. The imperative for women to be steadfast and impact positively their immediate environment has been advocated by a women group. Abdul Malik Hassan reports that this admonition came as the world marks the International Women's Day.
Driven by the need to ensure equal representation for women in the society, in power, politics, as well as leadership, these women, as a quest, challenge gender bias and inequality.
Be the change, we have to dare to challenge, we have to choose to challenge. So as 2023 draws near, I believe that women are going to take their rightful place as leaders and policy makers and decision makers in this power play.
Just like millions of women celebrating this day across the world, they say women should belong to the larger society and not to be stereotyped.
So I say, begin from where you are, make impact, be of service, and let your voice count.
Young women and youths are plagued with this terrible vice, drug abuse. With the youths, no to drug abuse.
Timid women never make history, but the future belongs to the bold.
The group also expressed dismay over the incessant kidnapping of female children at schools, saying a girl child must be given a safe and an enabling environment to thrive. In Abuja, Abdul Malik Hassan, NTAi News.
Well, the plight of widows and vulnerable women continues to gain more attention from volunteers, especially following the onset of COVID-19 and the harsh economic realities that followed. And in commemoration of this year's International Women's Day, a non-governmental organization, Helpline Foundation for the Needy, is empowering indigent women with skills acquisition and financial aid to reduce the effect of the pandemic. Let's hear more from Olusheye Adiagbo.
Vulnerable women targeted through this project will have access to better employment opportunities through various skill-building workshops and sessions with focus on production of handbag, azar, and room freshener, as well as Look-It soap, among others. Rebecca Samuel is a widow of 4 years and mother of 5. She said she has been fending for the family with the frying of bean cake, and this has not been sufficient for the family.
Today I can't learn Azan. So it will help me to settle. If I go house by the grace of God, next week I will start this Azan so that I should add it to Accra.
Esther Kendi was one of the beneficiaries of the program in 2017, but now she is one of the facilitators, motivating about 100 women picked across the FCT, Nasarawa and Niger State.
By the time they go back to their communities and then they are able to train the women in these communities, we can see that it has a multiplier effect that ensures that more hundreds of women are actually empowered within a very limited period of time.
The belief of the founder of the Helpline Foundation for the Needy, Dr. Jume Amaju and partners, is that more concentration is to be given to women at the grassroots.
Based on the needs assessment that we carried out to ensure that the skills we are impacting in them is what they can actually go to their community to put to use and also have their market within their environment.
Women do not have the heart to leave their children to roam around doing nothing. But if you empower her, she can be able to achieve a lot and her home will be at peace.
The International Women's Day 2021 is with the hashtag Choose to Challenge, and the commemoration of the day is fixed for 8th March.
I choose to challenge all forms of discrimination against women and girls.
The theme for this year is Women in Leadership Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTAi News.
Definitely, we choose to challenge. And Augusta Yaku is still very much around. Augusta, from that report, we saw the empowerment of women in rural communities, IDPs and all of that, which is a cue for us now. A lot of women out there don't have the kind of opportunities some women have. What would you advocate?
I think access to information is a very big challenge for most women, and I think those are the kind of women you're referring to, yes. Not being aware. So what I think these organizations are doing is really commendable. The only way to go about it is to try to identify where this information is not getting to and reach out to such women, because if they are not aware and they don't go to them, how would they know about this? So not just the organizations in the report, I'm very sure that there are other organizations out there who are making efforts to try to reach such women, to give them aid, and we don't really get to hear about it, but I think they should just continue trying to reach out to such women. That's the only way forward, giving them the information that they require.
Okay, I'm afraid, Augusta Yaku, that's where we're going to call it a day, but I wish you the very best. We're going on another live broadcast. We'll have to join our outside broadcast crew. We're having a live program coming up, but thank you for your time with us on Panorama. Stay tuned to NTAi.
Your Excellency, Yesam Ezenwa Wike, CON, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State. Your Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Epalibo Harry Banigo, DSSRS, Deputy Governor of Rivers State. The special guest of honor, Your Excellency, Alhaji Dr. Sule Lamido, CON, former Governor of Jigawa State. Your Excellency, Sir Chief Celestine Omeya, GSSRS, former Governor of Rivers State. The Right Honorable Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Ikunyi Owaji Ebani. The State Chairman, People's Democratic Party, Ambassador Desmond Akawo. Your Majesty, King Jaja of Opobo, Dr. Dandinson Douglas Jaja, Jackie the Fifth Amayanabo of Opobo, and Chairman, River State Council of Traditional Rulers, and other majesties and highnesses present. Honorable members of the National and State Assemblies present, elder statesmen of River State, members of the River State Executive Council and special advisors, members of the entourage of His Excellency Sule Lamido, the Chairman, MOR Local Government Area and Ikwere Local Government Area, the Managing Director, L&D Nigeria Limited, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Urban renewal and rural transformation are two cardinal pillars of the Nyesom Wike administration, and we are witnessing one of the policy outcomes. May I therefore most cheerfully welcome our special guest of honor and his entourage and other guests to the commissioning of Rumuji Eba Obele Ishopo Road, constructed by His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State. He deserves a public applause.
This is the formal inauguration of the Rumuji Eba Obele Ishopo Road, constructed by the present administration in Rivers State. We are here live at Obele community in Emoha local government area. This road project is an internal road project linking these two LGAs, talking about Ikwere and Emoha local government area. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, my name is Kingsley Amajiri. Welcome.
Hi, Chief Tom, the Executive Chairman of Emoha local government. His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State and his entourage, I say welcome to you all in the name of Jesus. At the same time, let me make this comment on behalf of Emoha local government, saying a special thank you to the Governor for recognizing the whole wards in Emoha local government, especially Uvuaho. And today, I'm from Obele. I am very happy to